Hello, my good people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad to be back, and I'm excited that you also came. And let's continue with our topic of self-love. As we said there before, self-love is that act of regarding ourselves with compassion, regarding ourselves with self-worthy, regarding ourselves of admiration, anything good that you can regard yourself about. That's what we call self-love. And from our previous video, we said that at times we fail to love ourselves because of things we've gone through. One being childhood trauma, second being at times messy and broken and toxic marriages and relationship, and third, it's hard and maybe heavy situations that ever came to our life and they were like a blow to us. Those are the three main causes of at times which makes us to disregard ourselves, we no longer value ourselves and such like. And one thing that we got to agree about is self-love is a skill. It's something that we develop, and it's something that we keep practicing. It's not a one-day thing. It's not something that you say today that from today I'll love myself and you stop it at that. There are things you have to keep doing day by day, day by day, day by day. And maybe I would like to ask ourselves this question: why do we need to love ourselves? Why is it important to love ourselves? One and foremost, when you love ourselves, you care about yourself. Yeah, it starts there. Self-care always starts when you love yourself. Self-care in this manner that you'll always be there to ensure that you are well up. In case any self-care, as simple and as normal as it sounds, that thing, that extra care you always do to yourself, other than eating, sleeping, and maybe going to work and such like, that extra thing that you ever do to yourself, you do it because you love yourself. In self-care, it's when you see someone going for workout because you want to keep your body fit. You'll exercise because you care about yourself. You care about your health and such like. You'll eat healthy because you care about yourself. You not just eat anything. You care about yourself. Something else at times, you'll not just be reckless about life because you care about yourself. You'll ensure you neat, you are well up, you are smart. If it's your hair, it's neat. If it's dress code, you dressed up nicely. At times, if you're ready, you'll be there out, your nails are well made, you are well kept. If it's where you live in your house, you ensure that the house is neat. Self-care. Those things that you do, extra care that you do, other than the normal, you'll always ensure that you're doing something extra. But if you don't love yourself, you just be you don't care. There's nothing that worries you. You just there because life is moving on. So that is one of the reasons that we really need, and we really need to love ourselves, so that we get to care about ourselves. We get to be concerned about ourselves. At times you'll just be sick. You're not even there going to seek medication. You're not concerned about yourself. At times you expose yourself to things that are hazardous in one way kind of another because you just don't care. And it's because you don't love yourself. So that is one of the reasons that we really need to love ourselves, so that we can be able to take care of ourselves. Imagine if you don't love yourself, you will not be able to take care of yourself as it's needed. You'll just believe in life because it's there. And that is the worst point that we can never get to. Yeah. It's when you care about yourself, you'll be there out to be gifting yourself. You'll be like, it's wrong since I had a new shoe. It's wrong since I upgraded my this and this. It's wrong since I changed my this and this. Because you care about yourself. If you don't love yourself, there are some of these things that you won't do. You don't care about yourself. So, for us to care about ourselves, we have to first love ourselves. Because you always be giving yourself the best. Because you love yourself. The same way, you always gift someone that you love the best thing. You always there to be like, have you ever being into this point, maybe a friend or someone is having a birthday or a wedding and such like, you always be in thoughts, what can I give to this person? Yani, it's like even disturbing your mind. I don't know whether when it comes to you, you ever ask yourself such questions. It's my birthday. Okay, what should I give to myself? You think, let me go and buy myself a chocolate. Because it's you. You don't care. For another person, you can spend thousands for a gift. But for yourself, a chocolate is enough. Yeah. Or maybe you just go and eat a cake and you just buy a cake, maybe a small cake, and you're like, that's enough for my birthday. And if it was something else, and if it was someone else, you could have spent thousands for that person. It's because we don't love ourselves. Yeah. That's why we can go miles for other people, but for ourselves, we never. You know, there are some people at times who, I don't know whether you are jealous about yourself. I don't know. There are some people when it comes to themselves, and they are so mean. They are so mean with themselves. You know, there are some people you go with. There are some people you go out with. They can spend a lot of money paying you bills and ensuring that your stay is well. Yani, you go with someone else, but this person, when he or she is on their own, they will spend the minimum. Yani, there was no other option. That was the least they could have spent. But when you're with people, you are pewa. Give him. Give him. No, it's because we don't love ourselves. Yeah, self-care starts with self-love. Another reason why we need to love ourselves is, when you love yourself, you always set boundaries. You always know when to say yes and you know when to say no. It's not everything that comes to your life is a yes. You'll say a no and a profound no. You'll say a no and stand on your ground on it. Because you know your worth, you know where you belong, and you know where you don't belong. Yes. Because at times you get to realize that most of the people who are taken advantage of, it's because they don't know who they are. They don't know their self-worth. They don't love themselves. They never get to think of themselves. You just go by waves. Have you ever had even people get to discuss and they are like, tell so and so, for him, for her, there's nothing that he refuses. He'll take you, he'll be available, no, don't be this person who is always moved by waves. Like, you don't have your stamina, you never start, you don't have a foundation of anything. It's a good thing you are there, it's a bad thing you're there. You just moved by anything. At times when you love yourself, you always have some grounds. You'll be like, to this extent, I don't go beyond here. This is the far I can go. When it comes to this is a no. This is me. You have things that you believe in yourself, and there are things that you believe you can do, and there are things that you believe that you cannot do. It starts with self-love. Yes. That's where it comes even in marriage and in relationships. You're like, no, this is too much. When it comes to this, no, this is not me. But if you don't love yourself, you'll be used like trash. Yeah. You just be there. You never, even your partner knows. There's nothing that worries you. There's nothing that, because you have nothing, you have no ground you stand on. Nothing. So at times it starts with self-love. Because when you love yourself, there are some things that you not just happen and you just be quiet. You'll be there to question. You'll be there to be like, no, I can't stand this. When it comes to this, no, this is disrespect. Yes, because you love yourself. You know your worth. You consider yourself light. So at times, it's very important to love ourselves so that we can be able to set boundaries. Boundaries that we can stand by. So everyone, whoever comes to an environment, they will get to know that so and so person, this is a lane that you don't cross. Because when you do, it won't go well with you. Yeah, it starts with self-love. Something else that is a good reason why we need to love ourselves and why we need to be be so considerate about seeing our worthiness is when you love yourself, you always be ambitious in life. You always be driving for success. You always be there out looking up for opportunities because you believe in yourself. Because when you love yourself, one thing you believe you can, you'll be there outside to take chances. You'll be there out to look for opportunities because you speak so highly of yourself. You believe in whatever you do. You can even sell yourself out because you feel in one way or another, there's this and this that I can offer. You are confident in yourself. So one thing, it drives, it brings by success. You have confidence in whatever you're doing. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you always shy away from doing things. You always shy away from trying things because in one way or another, you are told you cannot and you believe in it that you can't. So at times, break those nini. Be there, stand still, believe in yourself. Go there out, try out things. Go there out. Be ambitious about life. Don't stand in whatever was said. Don't stand in whatever you are fed up with. No. We need to love ourselves so that we can be able to be ambitious in life. We can be able to stand out. May it be in business, may it be in career. It's always that person who really believes in themselves that will always be there high. Yeah. If you don't believe in yourself in one or another, you will always be having a good idea. But because you know there's nothing good that comes from you, you will not say it. You'll be having a good business opportunity, but because you were told that you can never achieve in life and you got to buy it and you believe by it, you will not try it out because you don't believe in yourself. There is no success you ever see in yourself. Yani, you yourself, you just live for the sake. Yeah, and it's so sad, it's so bad. Another reason why we need to love ourselves is it's cause when we love ourselves, when we are so positive about ourselves, we were never involved in a lot of stress and messes of depression and such like, because you always be happy. Yes, something is not working, you always be hoping for tomorrow. This is not working for now, you always be looking forward to whatever will work tomorrow. Yani, you always be hopeful because you have faith, you have confidence. Yani, there's nothing that will ever bring you down. You'll be down for a moment, but you know tomorrow it will be different. So loving ourselves at times, it helps us to lower stress. It helps us to lower the chances of depression and such like, because you are so confident about yourself. You don't listen to whatever people say. You don't listen to whatever people tell you. You believe in whatever you know yourself you are. And that is something that is very key and it's very important. Maybe I would like us to get to evaluate ourselves and get to know how do we get to know that we don't love ourselves? What are the things that we do? And maybe can help us to know that we don't love ourselves, because there are some things maybe you might be struggling with, and the root is cause you don't love yourself. And maybe when you start loving yourselves, things will start changing. And what are these kind of things that can help us know that we don't love ourselves? One and foremost is low self-esteem. That is the first. Low self-esteem. And this is something that has troubled so many people. And this is something that at times we grow with. And most of it is caused from that young age. Yeah. Maybe it's traumas, childhood traumas. Maybe at times it's maybe in our school life. There are some people maybe who are bullied a lot in primary school and it lowered your self-esteem, maybe because of a certain issue. At times, it's even by teachers. There are some of our teachers at times who used to speak ill things about us. And this thing grew in our minds. And it has developed day by day, day by day. And to a point, there are some people who have a very, very, very low self-esteem. You don't believe there's anything you can say and it will be variable. And it happens. And this is something that most people are struggling with. And as I always say, it's good to always try to fight it. Whenever you feel you feel you failing to do something because of low self-esteem, it's always good to always fight it. Always fight it. Some of them has been caused by at times by bullying. Some have been caused at times by even body shaming. At times it's because of even the kind of relationship and marriages we have been in. Your partner, as maybe you are partying, he or she he really abused you. They really spoke very bad and ill things about you. Maybe they exposed some of your personal information there out, and you always feel people know a lot about you. Maybe people know secret things that they shouldn't have known. But one thing I always say, you cannot change. The past is in the past. You have to dust yourself up and live up to your tomorrow, because you cannot still keep on living on your past. Yeah, because that is something that happened. Now, how can I uplift myself from this thing? Self-esteem is one of the things that at times will help us know that we don't love ourselves. Low self-esteem. Yeah. If you really love yourself, according to whatever people say, you love yourself as you are. May it be your body, may it be your compression, may it be your walking style, may it be your dress code, may it be how you talk, may it be maybe how you style yourself. If you love yourself like that, people will not throw your self-esteem. They'll be trying to say it, but it cannot change you. They'll be trying to say this, but it cannot change you. It might affect you, yes, but there's a way you have trained yourself to fight it back with positivity. So that is one thing that will help us know that in one or another, we don't love ourselves. Something else that will make us know that we have issues with self-love is always seeking validation from people. You don't affirm yourself. All you seek there out is validation from people. You'll be asking people, how do I look? Maybe when I wear like this, how do I ever look? Maybe all you do is seeking validation from people. And one or another, let me tell you, even if you asked 5 people, then your opinions will be different. Now, which one will you follow? You have to stand on your ground and know whatever feels good for you, whatever feels best for you. Because if you keep on asking validation from people, in one or another, just know you have issues with self-love. Just know there's a lot that you need to deal with your self-love, because each and everything, there's nothing you'll ever do and you believe it's right. You have to seek for validation. It's good to seek for confirmation, yes, but not that everything that you want to do, people must validate it. People here out must affirm it. No. Just stand with your own, affirm it, and let them come and witness it after you've done it. Not at everything you must affirm from people. You must validate from people. No. No. Yeah. Even if it's a hairstyle, even if it's a dress code, you must be there out seeking for people validation. There's nothing you'll ever try it out on your own, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that there's an idea you can come up with and it be right. You don't believe that there's something that you can stand up with and it be correct. You have issues with yourself. Yeah, that is an issue of self-love. Yeah. And when you have such an issue, always also know that there's a road you need to deal with in accordance to your self-love. Something else that can help us get to realize that we have issues with our self-love is we are never strict on the boundaries we set. Maybe we never set boundaries, and at times we are never strict on our boundaries. Your life is just what can I say? Like a walk away. Anyone can walk in, anyone can walk out. There's nothing that you call your personal space. There's nothing you restrict to yourself. Even if you ever set a boundary, you never strict about it. Anyone can just cross it. You never firm about yourself. Even anyone who is around you, they don't know anything that you restrict, you have a restriction about. At times you make boundaries, but you're never there to be strict about them. That is also something else that can help us realize that we have issues with our self-love, because people will always take advantage of that. Yeah. People will always take advantage of that. And it's until when you realize the issue is yourself and the issue is not them. Because you'll be talking and saying so and so did this to me, so and so does this, so and so, and the issue is yourself, the issue is not them. So that is another issue that at times will help us realize that we have issues with our self-love. Something else, there are these people who are always okay with being in toxic marriages, being in toxic relationship, having narcissists in their life, having toxic people, having at times people who are quarrelsome and such like. Yani, there are people who are just, they are just there. Very okay. Today you came, you bet me. Today you came, you harassed me. Today you come, you molested me. Today you come, you do this. I'll just sleep and I wait tomorrow. You'll do maybe something bigger or something different. You show me disrespect today, I will still be there and wait for disrespect tomorrow. I will not speak out. I will not like raise an issue. Yani, you just there. That is not another issue. That is an issue of self-love. Yeah. That person does not believe in themselves. They are like, if I get out of this place, if maybe this marriage breaks, how will I make it on my own? You don't believe in yourself. Yani, you just so much into this partner, and there's nothing else that you see in this life. You forgot yourself completely. You forgot yourself completely. Yeah, that is another reason that arrives. You get to know that you have issues with self-love. Yani, you just there. This comes, you're there. This comes, you're there. Even your partner got to know. Yeah, that's why he takes advantage of you. He cheats, you'll just be understanding. At times, you need money for doing what? He'll not provide, you just understanding. He'll beat you, she'll beat you, you just there, you just understanding. Yeah, we can call you Mr. or Mrs. Understanding because everything you just there understanding. Yeah, you always be on the side of, you always losing. And your partner is always winning in everything. In everything, you're like, okay, I don't want war. I don't want quarrels. I want peace. No. At times, it's issues you have with yourself. You like that, you want peace. You like there, you want your marriage to work. You are like, no. But at times, you're being used. Your partner is using you. He or she has gotten to know your weak points, and you will always be attacking you at that because they know you don't value yourself. They know you don't believe in yourself. They know there's that thing, you don't regard yourself with respect. So they can do anything. They can just do anything. So that is another issue that will help us know that we have issues with our self-love. Something else is this issue of always comparing yourself with other people. In everything that you do, you must have a comparison. You know so and so, you know my sister, you know my colleague, you know my, you are ever in comparison. There's nothing that you ever have it on your own. You have to compare. Anything that you ever do in life, you want it to be like of a certain person because you believe that is what is best. If it's marriage, you want it to look like for a certain person. If it's business, you want it to look for like for a certain person. If it's dress code, you want to be dressing like a certain person. If it's hairstyle, you want to be having a style like of a certain person. Then all you do is copy paste. Because there's nothing that is original in you. You don't at times like sit and get to know myself. What do I want? What do I love? What do I like? What do I wish? All you do is copy paste other people's life. You always believe in other people's life. A bit is of this person, a bit is of this person, a bit is of this, because you always there comparing and copying other people's lives. That's another issue that we'll get to know that we have issues with our self-love. We don't value ourselves. We are not there to like see the worth of us. So that is something else that at times will get us to realize that we have issues with our self-love. Something else, it's this issue of overcommitting ourselves. There are some people in this life, they will never say no. They will never say no. They will always overcommit themselves. Commitment will overwhelm them to extent of like they will be in a point of collapsing. Because there's nowhere they want to miss out. Maybe an event, maybe a function, maybe what, anything. you ever invite them, they'll never say no. You tell them, let's go to a so and so place. Maybe they are busy, maybe they were working. You can never even excuse yourself and you say, what, you know what, will be working to late hours and I don't think I'll be able to be there for you. I need to rest. There are these people, you are out of work, you went and met a certain friend. From there, you are meeting so and so. You get home so late. When you go home, you have responsibilities, you have it's always good to learn to say no. If you always have issues with saying no, you always feel like when you say no, you are offending that other person. You always feel like saying no is wrong. You always feel like when I say wrong, it's like the other person I don't know will feel what? You have issues with yourself. You have issues with how you value yourself. Yani, you better have your things crumbling. You better have your things not working. You better have your things not done because of other people. And not one day, not 2 days. It's like every day. Yes. Yani, your house is in messes. You don't know the last time you did laundry. You don't know the last time you tidied up your house. And all you do, you just there for each and every one event. And it's always good to say no. Yeah. If at all it's not fitting you, just say no. It's not bad at times to say no. So if you always have issues, you overcommit yourselves. You have pile up of events. No, you must not be there for everyone. What about yourself? Where do you lie in those plans that you're having for many people? You should have also breaks where that time is for you. You have forgotten yourself. You have issues with yourself. You have issues with self-love. That's why you are always committed with other people's things and you never have time for yourself. That is another reason that will help us know that we have issues with self-life, with self-love. Something else, if you get to a point that you are neglecting your personal needs. The things that are so key, the things that you should be doing, at times you even forget them or neglecting them. You get to know that you have issues with self-love because there are some things that are key, very important. You need to be doing them. Maybe you have children. Taking care of these children is something that is so mandate and something that is you should be doing. And it has gotten to a point you cannot even be able to bring them. They no longer trouble you. Whether your children have eaten or they have not, at times you'll be there out. You'll be spending the night late there out. You have not gotten to know how your children are. You have not gotten to know even whether they have eaten. You never concerned. You don't care. You need to know whether your children did homework. You don't care. You even don't never check on their books whether they. The very things that needs to be your concern, they are not a bother to you. You're not bothered about the very sensitive things. The things that we ourselves, we expect them to be worrying you, they are not the ones that are worrying you. You are worried by things that are non-bothers. And it's also something else that we will get to know that you have issues with your self-love because what is expected of you is not what you're doing. You're doing other things that are out of place. And maybe something else that we can also get to know that someone has issues with self-love. There are people who will always be talking negative about themselves. Every comment, every utterance they make, it's negative. I cannot. I was told this, and this. Since I was young, I can't. There's nothing positive that comes from them. Everything that they are saying is negative. Yeah. I don't look good. I don't dress nicely. I'm not be able to present myself like so and so. People tell me that I don't speak well. How will people say when they hear me talking? What if I talk in a manner that is not appealing? All you have is negativity about yourself. There's nothing good that you ever speak about yourself. That is something else that will help you to know that you have issues with self-love. There are so many questions we can keep on asking ourselves, but those are the major that would like us to ask ourselves, and you get to know that you have issues with self-love. And how can we maybe improve? Because Yes, we have known we don't love ourselves. Yes, we have known we have issues with self-love. We are not compassionate about ourselves. We are not caring about ourselves. How now can we improve this state? How can we help ourselves to change? These are the things that I would like us to talk about. Self-love is a skill and we have to practice. And to start with, get to know yourself. This is the first and the foremost. If you want to love yourself, get to know yourself. Sit yourself down. Ask yourself questions. Evaluate yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know what you love. Get to know your strengths. Get to know your weaknesses. Get to know what are these things that people have spoken that makes me feel so inferior of myself. What are these things that have made me to have a to have a low self-esteem? What caused me to have this bad feeling about myself? What is the root cause? Sit down and get to know yourself. Because you yourself, you're the one who have the best answers to this question. You yourself. If it was trauma, how was it caused? How can you now start, like, you have to know the root. You have to know yourself. You have to know what you love. You have to know your strength. Because at times, it's by knowing what you are strong about, you get to even raise your esteem. Get to know yourself. Go for those me and I meetings. Go for coffee. Just be there, you and yourself. At times, write them down, note them down. At times, it's good to have a walk. Go by a walk somewhere. At times, there are so many places that at times you can go refresh your mind, sit down, get to reflect about your life, get to know yourself. Know yourself better. Know yourself better. That is the first and the foremost thing of improving and practicing self-love. Get to know yourself. It's when you get to know yourself, you know what is disturbing you, what is your issues, and how you can improve them. One, when you get to know yourself. Number two, get to involve yourself in activities of self-care. Get to involve yourself in activities that give you joy, activities that give you fulfillment, activities that give you relaxation, things that you feel so okay with. Now you have gotten to know yourself. Now you've gotten to know your strength and such like. Now start involving yourself in self-care practices. Things that will give you joy first. Things that will make you feel fulfilled. And things also that will relax you. These are things like, at times, things like exercise. Exercise is a self-care thing. At times, things like meditation. Always have a time of meditation. A time that you just get home. Maybe you've taken dinner, you've taken a shower. Before your bedtime, you just sit. You get to meditate. Meditations at times, they are very important. You can just have a meditation, just a low music, and you just there getting to ask yourself, hey, it's on Monday, okay. It's which month? We are on September, okay. Oh, it's 8 months now in 2024. What have I been doing? Hey, at times, such activities, they are self-care things that will help you improve. We have things like nature walks. At times, things like hiking and such like any things that will make you're taking care of yourselves, and one way or another, they are giving you joy, they are relaxing you. That is another thing that we can practice to always have. These are things that at times we do to our own self. And for you to love yourself, you have to increase the time you spend on yourself, the time you spend thinking on yourself, the time you spend doing things that are wholly on you. So such like things, they'll help you in one way or another to improve your self-love and that ability to feel worthy for you personally. Something else that we need to like practice also, normalize and also practice showing yourself compassion and empathy. In this manner, I mean that you see when a friend is in need, you see how you always there out helping, showing kindness, showing compassion, showing empathy. Always normalize doing the same to yourself. Something has happened to a friend, you always there, oh sorry, hey, this and this happened, oh I'll be well. Always be there to do the same to yourself. Do you always tell yourself things will be better? Do you always tell yourself live and hope for tomorrow? Do you always tell yourself that have faith, tomorrow will be better? Yani, that compassion you always do and you will always show to that other person, embrace it to be doing it to yourself. When things go wrong, you're there to hold yourself up. You're there to encourage yourself. You're there to tell yourself, do you know what? Tomorrow must be better. Let's live for tomorrow. Let's live for another day. Yani, you not feel discouraged because there's no one who came to like tell you sorry. There's no one who came to like tell you what and what. You are always there doing it for yourself. Having and embracing self-compassion. That is that thing that is a practice that will help us to love ourselves better and better. That kindness you extend to that extra person, that extra hand, that shoulder to lean on, also have that for yourself. And something else that we also need to do is always affirming yourself and speaking positively about yourself. People will tell you this, affirm yourself different. Have that stand that I can. Always be there to affirm yourself. People say you don't walk nicely. Affirm yourself you walk nicely. People say you don't look good. You don't look appealing to them. Affirm yourself that it's different according to you. Any speak positive things about yourself. Anything that is said negative, affirm it positively in accordance to you. Any talk at times that is spoken negative about you, be there to speak positivity about yourself, because it has to start with you. And also surround yourself with people and surroundings that at times are positive. Avoid negative friends. Avoid negative surroundings. Anything that at times you feel it's toxic and at times it's just adding negativity unto you, just avoid it. Separate yourself from it, because in one or another it will be draining you. As much as you're trying to affirm yourself, your friends and your surrounding will keep on returning you to the point that you get it out of from. And something else, that another practice that we can have to improve our self-love, it's embracing our uniqueness. There's that thing that you're unique about, and in one or another it happens to each and everyone. Even if people keeps on telling you that this is bad, this is bad, this is not good, there's that certain thing that is unique about you, that even people will say, but even if you're saying this and this and this, there's this thing that is outstanding about this person. Embrace that thing. Always shine in it. That thing that you're best in, always shine in it. That even if everyone else will see bad things, there is that thing that you embrace so strongly. It's your strong point. It's your stronghold. And you always be embracing it and shining in it. That is something else that at times will help us to embrace this self-love. You'll be feeling good doing it. People will be cheering you doing it, because it's something that you're unique about, and it's something that comes out so well when it comes out of you, and it will help you even to believe in yourself more, because you are good in it, and people will always be praising you and applauding you when you're doing it. So embrace that thing that you're unique and you're good at. It will help you in improving your self-love. Something else that relates maybe to how at times you are body shaming and such like, learn to at times accept your body as you are. One thing, there are some things that we say we can change, but there are some things we can never change. If it's something that in one or another, it's part of how you were created, just learn to love yourself and appreciate yourself as you are. Because in one or another, if you don't, other people are seeing it's not worth, and then you join them in seeing that it's not worth. And one or another, since you're born, you have known yourself like that. There's nothing else that you know. People tell you maybe you're dark. Maybe tell you maybe you're short. People tell you maybe you're tall. People tell you maybe, I don't know, you were slender. At times, oh, sijuaga, you are a plus size. In one or another, from the time you were young, you've gotten to know yourself like that. So just embrace yourself as you are. Because in one or another, there is not something that you can change. And one or another, make it like something you're happy about. When people try to milk it, at times speak it jokingly in a way that they will feel, so saying this and this will not offend her. Yani, make it a normal thing. You try to casualize it in such a manner that even the other person, as much as he or she may try to speak about it, it will not hurt you in one or another. Appreciate yourself, know yourself. It's something that you can change, maybe by workout or maybe by exercise and such. Like, well, practice good habits, eat well, have practice of maybe exercise and such like. But if something you cannot change, embrace it and love yourself as you are, and be your first cheerleader. People call you a plus size, always be there out to recognize yourself as one and happy about and be happy about it. If people call you maybe you're slim and such like, always be there to speak positive things about slim people and always show people that you appreciate yourself as you are. Because in one way or another, you cannot change. Something else that we can also, a practice that we can also have to ensure that we are improving our self-love is trying to maintain, having boundaries and trying to maintain them, because that is one thing that will help people not to take advantage of us and not to cross our lane. Always have boundaries. Always know when to say no. Always know when to say yes. If at all you feel it's getting to a certain extreme and it's like getting to hurt you, or it's like getting to occupy much of your time, always know where to say no. Don't be like it must be a yes, 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 yes. When it feels it's worth a no, always be there to say no, because it must not all work. It must not all be you. It must not all be like it's you who is doing it. Let them go and look for someone else if at all it's draining, if at all maybe it's not okay with you. So it's always good and it's always very important to say no. Have boundaries and stand by them. I know there are many and many things that we can do. Those are just but the chosen few. And I don't want to extend it beyond there. This is something that I can talk about for so long. I can talk about again and again and again, and I think I can talk too much about it. But for now, let me stop it at that. And thank you so much for your time. For those who have not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. And until next time, bye bye. Love you.